I'm having a heart attack. I'm having a heart attack.
I started having nosebleeds. I never had a nosebleed.
And I just felt like everything was choking. I was like, what's going on?
I had increased anxiety medicine, depression medicine.
And the doctor came in, he goes, are you under a lot of stress? And I'm like, no. He goes, what do you do? I go, I'm a teacher.
Teachers in Texas, are you okay? Because teachers are quitting. It's a serious question. Are you guys okay? I mean, the number of Texas teachers quitting is astronomical. Let's take a look at what some of the teachers had to say.
And I know I didn't get into it for the money. I know I didn't get into education for the money. But I sure thought it would be a lot easier than having to hold down a couple of jobs to maintain.
Okay, so on top of no pay rise, teachers in Texas speak of anxiety. I mean, you know that sinking feeling at the bottom of your stomach, and no, it's not romantic butterflies, but that sinking feeling when you're just about to teach.
I had an anxiety attack on the day of STAR. I thought I had committed like treason.
You're still expected to maintain mental health when you're giving your all, and then but don't you know God?
On top of everything, we also get attacked because people think we are overpaid. I mean, really?
The negative public propaganda against
I have literally had people in my face screaming at me for being a teacher and how we're so greedy and we're doing all these horrible things to kids, when all I was doing was literally putting aside my life, my family, my friends to give to these kids.
So the Texas teachers on TikTok also spoke about the unfair retirement system. Now I'm going to do a separate video on this and how it impacts teachers long term. So it looks like the Texas teachers are going to be walking away from teaching with basically nothing.
Hi, I'm State Representative Gina Hinojosa. Have you heard about the teacher retirement system cover-up in Texas? Here's what happened. A few weeks ago, the taxpayer-funded voucher bill passed in the Texas Senate. In it was a state analysis that had bombshell language that read, even a small adjustment, such as a decrease in the projected covered payroll, could be enough for TRS to no longer be actuarially sound. What does that mean? It means that taxpayer-funded vouchers could defund the teacher retirement system. Retired teachers would get less benefits for the rest of their lives, or Texas teachers could have to pay more into the system, or both could happen. Teachers could have to pay more into the system and get less. Why? Because taxpayer-funded vouchers divert taxpayer dollars into private schools that then pay teachers who do not pay into the teacher retirement system.
I have to speak to, as a teacher of 24 years, this being my last year, I'm retiring. I'm done. And I'm done because of one word: parents. And I am going to speak for teachers who can't speak because they're still in the profession. Education has changed so much that it is unbearable. And that's why there's a teacher shortage. I have seen education change in 24 years. And it hasn't changed for the better. And a lot of it has to do with parenting or lack thereof. Parents, when you send your child to school, they need pens, they need pencils. If they don't have them, please ask me or ask the school. Parents, when you send your children to school, yes, they do need their books. Yes, they do need a notebook. If they do not have any of those things, please ask your teacher. Please ask the school. Bottom line is this: teachers are not just teachers. The amount of time that I spend teaching is, let's see, if I'm lucky, maybe 20 minutes within a class period. There's so much other stuff going on every minute, every second of the class period. It starts off as soon as the kids come in the room. There's always self-regulation that I have to do. There's always redirection that I have to do. There's always repeating the same information, even though it's written on the overhead, even though it's clearly spelled as clear as it can be in the written language. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. And even after I ask for clarifying questions, which I don't get any, there are kids who are constantly coming in late, which disrupts the classroom. The phone is ringing because a child needs to go to see the counselor because they are dealing with whatever issues. I get that, and I understand it happens. There are interruptions because a child is leaving because the parents are taking the child out of school to go somewhere. There are interruptions in the day because I have to fill out an independent contract for a child who's going away for a month to Italy or to India. So that means I have to make special lesson plans for that child, which they don't do, by the way. There are interruptions when you have the counselors coming into the classroom and asking to take out a certain student. There are interruptions in the classroom because there are so many students with special needs, and again, I am not faulting them for that. All I'm telling you is that a lot of extra energy goes into students who have special needs, and I'm the only person in the room.
Now, before I go, I want to leave you with this video. Absolutely heartbreaking. Now, we don't know the nitty-gritties of what happened or who to blame. It might not even be the fault of the school or the students, but I'm going to leave you with this clip. So a teacher unfortunately passed away in Texas in class because of injuries sustained while subbing the class. So basically, we are not safe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.
This teacher in Texas was just unalive after suffering an accident while helping in the special needs class. It just happened in San Antonio, Texas, but a teaching assistant at Brandeis High School has passed away from injuries that he suffered just about a week ago. Alfred Mr. Fred Jimenez was 73 years old, and he passed away at the hospital over the weekend from injuries that he sustained the morning of February 7th in the special needs classroom. The district spokesman said the injury occurred while the employee was attempting to redirect a student. In the course of the interaction with the student, the employee fell to the floor and sustained a head injury. Mr. Jimenez had been a teaching aide since 2014 at the school. The school released a statement saying the entire Bronco family is grieving his loss. His impact on the campus was far-reaching and impacted students and staff both in and out of the classroom.